Get! People don't talk about this enough. How important it is to get out into some nature. It's just like, it's so good for you mentally, spiritually, even physically. I come out here and it just clears my mind, makes me feel so much better. Take a look. What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be talking about college, university, and continuing education after high school, and if doing so is right for you. Anybody that's considering going to college or university to get a degree in a certain field or whatever, I just want to start by saying this one thing. If you don't know what you want to go to college for, if you don't know what you want to do with your life, and you're in your 20s or even your 30s, or you're just finishing high school, you're not alone, okay? It's nearly impossible to know exactly what you want to do with your life, and college and university and taking that step is a big decision. It's okay if you don't know what you want to do when you're done high school, or if you don't know exactly what you want to do now that you're already done high school and you've been done it for a while. Me personally, when I was in high school, man, I had no clue what I wanted to do with my life. The last thing, I literally never ever thought that I would ever figure anything out at that point in my life. I did end up taking a college program at my local college, 2-year program, and it did benefit me a lot, although the field of study that it was isn't the field of work that I want to do now. See, my whole entire desire changed, my motives change. And as you're growing up, as life goes on, as situations happen in your life, that's what happens. You know, our desires change. What the things that we want to do change a little bit. Or the things that we would like to perform then is different than now. It's just how it is. Life is always changing. Our desires and what we do throughout our life is always changing. Sometimes people have 2 or 3 careers in their whole life. 2 to 3 completely different careers. They maybe, just an example, you know, you study something, they go into that career, they do that for 10 years. Then suddenly they make a huge switch. They make their own business and now they go that way. Then later on that business isn't working because times are changing and technology is changing. So now they need to change their business and they take a different route and do a different career. That's how life is. Life can go like that. Don't feel limited to whatever you pick in college. You're stuck with your whole life. So for you, is college/university right for you? If you have no idea what you want to do or what you want to go to college for, take some time to do things. Like if you're younger, take some time to do things such as volunteer with different organizations in your community. Take some time to just go out and speak to some people. Read books. Watch educational films, maybe take a new job or a random job doing something different. When you're young, it's your time to explore. This is coming from someone that's only 21 years old. Just know that I understand that it's very stressful trying to figure out what you're gonna do with your life. And I just want you guys to know that it's not all, like, you're not gonna know exactly what you want to do with your life now. And it makes sense why you're feeling so stressed. Or some of you might not even have any clue of what, like, I was at the point where I was so depressed and stuff when I was a teenager that I didn't even consider this stuff going through high school, really. It wasn't until I was 18, 19 where I realized, you know what, I want to get my life together. And I started trying to be more positive and, you know, handle things maturely. So anyways, the first thing you should consider before you go ahead and go to college is what you're passionate about. This is something that everybody has a really hard time noticing themselves. And I learned that the way to find your passion is actually more simple than it seems. Like, me saying it sounds simple. It's hard to do on your own because our minds are so like, ooh, what if, blah, 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 blah. Since we're all caught up in our minds and we have a hard time figuring out what we like, even though we know it, I'm gonna give you guys a few questions to write down, right? Just get a sheet of paper, write these down. Question number 1, what do you enjoy the most? What gets you so happy and excited when it's happening or when you're doing it? Anything, whatever you enjoy doing, whatever makes you really happy, like excited, like filled with joy and just so grateful. It could be a little moment. It could be watching somebody else be happy. Now that you kind of jotted down what makes you happy, what makes you excited, you can start looking for jobs or hobbies that grant you the ability to do these things. When we go out and perform and do the things that we're passionate about and that we love doing, that's when we'll figure out more about ourselves and what we can bring to the world. Number 2 is finances, the money. Start looking at how much you'll be able to afford for college. Start talking to your parents. How will they be able to help you pay? Or will you have to save money and pay yourself or pay your own loan off after? You have to take the time to think about these things. Look at yourself financially. If you're living with your parents, if your parents are helping you, that's amazing. You might have to work a job to save to go to college. That would probably be the best route because then you're not piling on debt. Like if you have no way to pay it right away and you know what you want to study and you're just so sure that this is what you want to go through, then take the loan, but have a plan to be able to pay it off as you go or afterwards, right? I'm not any like rich guy. I'm not like so smart with money and the best financial coach ever, but I have been listening a lot to financial coaches and people that specialize in helping people get out of debt and stuff like that. So I've gained lots of wisdom just by listening to these men and women that are so passionate about helping people with finances. Dave Ramsey show, I'm putting it down in the description. Number 3, what college or university do I want to attend? So you got probably your community colleges. Those are colleges or universities that you can drive to, commute to, walk, or take the bus to each day for your classes. There's nothing wrong with doing that. That's what I did, and I had a good time in college. I had a great, I learned a lot. Very good experience that way. Great way to start your education after high school. Or you have your general way that everybody says it's done. You leave your family and you go cross state, you go cross the country to a college. Last thing I want to talk about today, number 4. Do I need to go to college or university? The shortest answer is no, you don't have to. These days, they're pushing it very hard. The fact that, you want to go to college and university to get a good job and have a good life. That's not necessarily true, man. It really isn't. Before high school, they said you need to get good grades so then you can do well in high school, so then you can get good grades to go to college, so then you can do well in college, so then you can get a good job. And I know it's a lot of pressure for young people. I know that because I was there. I was the kid that was like, oh. But there's many successful people with amazing lives and families and businesses that didn't go to college or university. They got no degrees. Many people. So it's not something that's mandatory for your life. I'm not saying that college and university is a bad thing. In some cases, it can be great. Going to college helped me learn a lot about myself, the professors and the services on campus. They helped me grow a lot in myself and mature a lot, especially if you're like leaving home to go live in dorm and whatever like that. Those are great growing opportunities and you're gonna learn a lot going through that process. It's not mandatory though. It's not something that you have to do. One thing that I believe that this is very, very, very important is continuing education. Now that doesn't have to be going to college or going to university or taking an expensive online course. Continuing education could be doing a cheap course online. It could be reading books. It could be just doing lots of studying on YouTube videos. There's many professionals in different fields that share their knowledge on YouTube. Anyways, guys, I hope this helps a little bit. I felt the need to share this message because times are weird now, and like in some states. Here in Ontario, Canada, all schools are closed. Everything is online, and it's very expensive to go to college. Sometimes the experience isn't that good for many people, and I'm just trying to share some knowledge and share some insight on what is actually going on. The main thing is, take your time before you make these big decisions, these big financial decisions, and commit yourself to a long, like 4-year degree program if you're not sure that it is your passion. Anyways, guys, if you got this far in the video, I really appreciate it. Please go follow my new Instagram account. If you want to talk to me about anything, I love interacting with my viewers and my subscribers. It's what I've always done, man. It's what I've always done. Also, I got a new Xbox Series S. I decided to buy that one. Maybe I'll make a little video on it. So I'm gonna be bringing back the gaming content. If you're watching this video, one of my old subscribers, thank you. Go ahead and comment below, Instagram, DM me, whatever. I want to talk to you, see how you're doing. It's been about 4 years since this channel was active, and I'm very happy to be back at it. So thank you, guys. Hit the like button, subscribe if you're new. See you later.